Well, it's that time of the year again, folks. A time of giving, family, and most importantly of all, Spider-Man No Way Home.
And Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home. Or Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home.
How many fucking times am I gonna say that title? Many of you saw my review of this beautiful bastard, and were wondering, hey, when are you gonna review the other ones? The Andrew Garfield figure and the Tom Holland figure. And well, the simple answer to that is, I fucking forgot.
You what?
Yeah, I totally forgot. You know, I was so excited for the Tobey Maguire. I guess these figures just kind of slipped my mind. But that's about to change right now. SH Figuarts The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, this is not the first Andrew Garfield figure from No Way Home. That honor belongs to the Marvel Legends. But this is the very first SH Figuarts Andrew Garfield figure.
I am sick right now, so if I sound a little more nasally than usual, that's why. I'm Spider-Man.
Let's not waste more time and dive into this review. So because this figure was a premium Bandai exclusive, it comes in this shipper box. You know, some people actually won't buy the figure unless it comes in this box, but you know me, I couldn't give a shit. And just like the Tobey figure, the packaging is made to look like his actual suit. You know, you can see the red and blue and the texturing. And the picture that's on this box is from TASM 2. See, look, here it is on a pin set. He has an official No Way Home render, so why did they use this old one? I have no idea. It makes no difference to me anyway. This box will look fantastic right next to the dumpster. And here he is. And overall, I think this figure is great. But I do have some notes. First thing you'll notice right off the bat, yes, the red parts of the figure are painted a metallic red, just like the Mafex figure. The only difference is Mafex used a cheap apple barrel ass paint that fades over time and looks awful, but the Figuarts looks like it's gonna last. The blue on the figure is also this weird shade where it's blue, but it leans more towards purple. Now, it's not as bad as the Marvel Legends, but when you compare this next to the Mafex figure, you can really see what I'm talking about. And just like the Marvel Legends, the webs are painted black. They're more of a really dark gray, but still. The webbing on the suit is silver. Yes, it's very dark silver, but it's still silver nonetheless. In fact, it makes the spider symbol kind of hard to see, since there's no contrast. I know it sounds like I'm complaining, but really I'm just more curious. Why do the No Way Home Andrew figures have this color palette?
Were the webs black the whole time? I thought they were silver like Tobey's webs, but apparently not. This is the second figure that have made the webs just straight up black. The red is also super dark again, and the blue's like this fucking almost purple color. I really don't think the suit was like that in both movies, because the suit's the same in both movies. The suit Andrew wore in No Way Home is exactly the same as in TASM 2. Are they the right colors? Are they not? Am I fucking crazy? Probably. Maybe some Spider-Man cosplayers can help me out. What the fuck is the suit's actual colors?
The metallic red and black webbing I can kind of get behind, but I think the purple blue just doesn't make sense at all.
Not a complaint, just something that's driving me insane right now.
Maybe I should ask Kai about this. But then getting back to the figure, I think it's pretty great. Where Tobey had his hexagon pattern on his suit, the Andrew figure has his own texturing. The web shooters are there. There's no silver on it, but I'm glad they are here. And they actually painted the soles of his shoes. It's not as detailed as the Mafex, but then it's more than what Marvel Legends did. And I love that the eyes are painted a pearlescent color. Some people say that the figure looks odd, like there's something off about his proportions, but I don't see it. Here's a comparison picture on Reddit. The proportions are actually really spot on. So what the hell are people talking about? Well, I think it's the head and neck. Now, I like this head sculpt. I think it's pretty good, but when you compare it to the movie, it's not really one-to-one. It's very round in comparison. And he has a really long, skinny neck. Now, as you can see, my figure looks fine because, mine is actually modded. The seller I bought it from somehow managed to shorten the neck, so it looks much better than how it originally did. Don't be jealous though, because now my figure has a big ass seam on the back of his neck. The proportions are good. It's just this head and neck area I think that gets people. Now when it comes to the accessories, we have a lot to talk about. You get a set of relaxed hands, you get a set of wall-crawling hands, a set of pointing hands, another step closer. You get a set of gripping hands to hold the web accessory, and of course, you get a set of short webs, longer webs, and a really long web line. These are the same webs that came with the Toby figure. The only difference is these ones actually look more cloudy, whereas Toby webs were more clear. It's a cool detail. Now, for the most part, these are hands that you'd expect the Spider-Man figure to come with. But do you notice what set of hands are supposed to be here but are not? The fists! He has no fists! Like, at all! They're just straight up not here. Why? The Toby figure came with fists. The Tom figure has fists. Where the hell are they? The hands he comes with out of the box are the web grabbing hands. And I guess you're supposed to use these as fists? No. Why remove the fists in the first place? You know what hands they put in instead of fists? These open hands. I mean, they're cool, but we already have the wall-crawling hands which do the same job. So I have to ask, why the fuck did they remove the fists when they could have removed these useless open hands? It makes no sense. That is not the only missing accessory. There's one more big one, but this time it's not Figuarts' fault. As you all know, the SH Figuarts Tobey Maguire came with an unmasked head. 2 in fact. But this figure has no Andrew Garfield head at all. But by all means, he was supposed to come with one. But it's not here. So what happened? Well, unfortunately, there was some behind-the-scenes discrepancy when it came to Andrew Garfield and the use of his likeness on No Way Home merchandise. Nobody knows the specifics, but bottom line is, legally, SH Figuarts could not include an Andrew Garfield head. But the Marvel Legends and the Hot Toys have an unmasked head. Well, the only reason they could was because they used branding from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I guess is all fair game. But Figuarts still used the No Way Home branding, so unfortunately they had to remove the unmasked head, the separate neck piece, as well as the hand to hold the mask and the actual mask itself. And from the looks of it, I mean, to be honest, it didn't look all that great, but it still sucks that we didn't get it. In fact, because they removed all this stuff, they actually lowered the price. Toby and Tom are $90, while this figure is $75. So I guess the price of an unmasked head is about 15 bucks. A shame they couldn't include it, but it's all out of their hands. Although I don't know why they couldn't include fists. That's just fucking stupid. I can punch the pain away, but poor Andrew can't.
Make a new Spider-Man video.
When's the next Spider-Man video?
The articulation is your standard affair. Ball joints at the head and neck allows great movement, and for some reason the neck joint is flesh colored. I guess this was left over from the Andrew head. He's got this pretty wicked armpit joint. It does work really well, maybe a little too well. It goes out a lot, Jesus. Okay, this is just weird. Instead of a bicep swivel, it rotates at the elbow. What in the web slinging shit? I guess they didn't assemble the arm like how they usually do, but look at that. It's a frigging elbow swivel. I have to hold the actual bicep separately and then the whole arm rotates. So I guess it's not a big deal, but now I have to keep track of the arm so it doesn't look fucked up. Ball joint at the torso and waist. The crunch is absolutely fantastic. However, it does come at a cost. The gappage is real on this figure. And not really helping things is this crotch area, which may turn some people off. A lot of weird choices with this figure, but that crotch piece allows the legs to move up, and just like Toby, you get the articulated cheeks. Double knees, you get some nice foot articulation, and the toe joints. The articulation is kinda weird, but hey man, it works. In fact, I think this is the most articulated Andrew Garfield figure we have to date. You can get him in pretty much any pose you can think of, except for when he's punching people.
No, please.
Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Infinite series, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. They are actually the exact same size. Here he is next to the No Way Home Shit Pack Amazing Spider-Man, the Mayfex Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, who I now realize is very tall. the Marvel Legends Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro, with a custom head from my friend Raimiverse. Here he is next to the Walmart exclusive Lizard, and the freaking massive Marvel Select Lizard, the Marvel Legends Gwen Stacy, the SH Figuarts Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and the next review. Thank you D-Star01 Toys. Here he is next to the next review, and the next review. This figure's a really good size. This figure has its quirks, I'll admit that. There's some things about it that just outright confuse me, and I know it sounds like I've been complaining this whole review, but really, I still love the figure. I like the look and feel, and dude, the articulation is fantastic. You can't get the Marvel Legends in this pose. And even though there's some stuff missing, at least the price is less. I mean, yeah, he's got no fists, but then you look at the new Marvel Legends, and he's missing a lot more than some fists.
A very great figure, although I don't love him as much as Tobey Maguire, or even the next figure I'm going to look at, but overall, very good. The articulation, I think, is what makes this figure worth getting. You're not going to get the Marvel Legends in these types of poses, man. It's just not going to happen.
And it is for that reason that this is currently my favorite Amazing Spider-Man figure. The figure is indeed amazing.
This will be the first of many reviews I'm currently cooking up, and this will determine whether I take YouTube full-time, so I'm gonna go for now. Have yourselves a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.